Hey guys, Glenn here, and this is Woods Wander Rope Craft tying a one-handed bowline. So bowline, bowline, tomato, tomato. I don't know if it's bowline or bowline. I've always called it a bowline. So we're going to tie a one-handed bowline here. Now a one-handed bowline is an extremely good knot to have under your belt or in your kit, so to say. Because it's good for a rescue situation. Now somebody say you're in the water, say you dumped your canoe, your boat, whatever, and you're in the run and you're holding on to a rock or you're holding on to a limb, you're holding on to something with your other arm to free up your dominant hand, and you're waiting on help. And say help gets there and they toss you the line. Well, you can't hardly let go of what's keeping you in place. Maybe you're actually down on the side of the cliff, but you're holding on to something. You only have one hand. So learning the one-handed bowline can literally save you. So I'm going to use an 11mm climbing rope here, because this is most likely what they're going to toss to you. Something like this. So what I've got is I've put this on my post here to kind of simulate that a line is coming down to me, because you're going to have to do that in order to tie this knot properly. So let's hop into how to do this. Okay, so say I'm down in the water. I'm holding on to a branch with this hand. I'm holding on to a rock, something, anything, but I only got one hand to work with. Somebody tosses me a line. So I'm just gonna not use this hand for this. So anyways, they toss you a line, you catch it, you end up having it in your dominant hand. For me, that's my right hand. First thing you gotta do is get this rope around you. So however you're gonna do it, that'll depend on what kind of situation you're in. So I'm just going to step around it here for this. Okay, so now I have the rope around me, which is part of what I want to do in order to save me. I'm going to have to back up here a little bit, Jack, come with me. So then you want to get, I like about 6 inches of line past my hand, 6 to 8 inches. And it needs to go past your hand, and you gotta end up with some slack on this. If you pull this real tight, it's going to be tough to make this knot. So whoever's tossed you this line is going to be working with you, basically keeping this line straight. So to start a one-handed bowline, you grip with the tag end coming out and you go over this line. You twist your arm underneath. This is why you need the slack. And you make a loop. So I'm going to get in here with this hand. So you've made a loop there, and that line is going through that loop. Alright, so let's do that now. You come over and you make a loop. Now this is the part where you got to have some slack, but not a lot, hanging out past the knot, because you got to get it over and back into your hand. So you go underneath and you kind of flip it. So under and flip and catch it. That's one way to start learning it. When you get used to doing it, you can just do that. Now, I don't like the line coming out of my hand at all, so I get it in my palm like that, and then you have to work it through that loop that you made. And then that's your one-handed bowline. There's your bowline. Okay, you have your loop like your regular bowline. Your line is up, through, and back down through. Bowline. So one-handed bowline, a little quicker. Back up here a little bit, Jack. You get a little more tension. keeping the line a little loose. You're going to take this, going to go over, make a loop, get it in your palm, toss it under, and work it through and pull. Then you can let go and let them save you. So that's a one-handed bowline. And again, they toss you a line, you get it around your body, about 6 to 8 inches of slack. Come over, roll it, make that loop, toss it into your hand, and work it back through the hole. And you're good, then you're saved. So practice this knot. Very good knot to have, very good knot to be able to do without even thinking about it. If you ever end up in a situation where you need it, you're going to be glad that you did. So go ahead and do your knot, do some video, post some pictures, whatever, but post them down below in the thread here. Thanks for doing it.